Hello, hello, hello. If you are hearing my voice, you're probably wondering why I'm playing with my necklace. Hi, guys. Oh, my goodness. Let me get things set up. If this is your first time here, my name is Ileane. And what I have decided to do is to just keep my glasses on, okay? That's going to be hard for me to do, and I also realize that I'm in the wrong position. That has got to be my hashtagologist. Tish, what's up, baby girl? Hi. Well, there's 4 of you guys here. Please type in the chat and let me know who's here. I'm so excited. TVSN World. Hey, how are you? Great to connect with you. I'm not sure if I already know who you are or not, because sometimes people have different usernames here. So, what's the 411 TV? What's happening, girl? And Oliver, oh my gosh, how are you? You're in Romania right now. Oh, that's fantastic. So I'm kind of committed to trying to keep the glasses on, but I am going to take them off just for a second, just in case I need to take a screenshot. Oh, you guys know I'm being silly. First of all, I want y'all to know that I am feeling like I'm fiending for my social media news this week, because my friends Michael Stelzner and Eric Fisher and Kim Reynolds did not do their social media marketing weekly show this week. So I'm going to fill in the gap just a tad bit. But I also want to ask you guys to do me a big favor right now. If you could give this video a thumbs up. I know you just got here, right? But give this video a thumbs up. And also, I just published a video. Hey, Barb. How you doing? I just published a video. So if you could also give that video a thumbs up too. That was about Instagram stories. It was a quick 2-minute video. Don't even have to watch it. Just give it a thumbs up. Or leave a comment. Anyway, guys, now that I've bribed you, let's get down to business. So what I wanted to do was talk about some updates, big and small, and all depends upon what platform is the one you're interested in. And, okay, Barb, enjoy your deck, dear. Thank you so much. And yeah, I have been busy because I just posted a podcast episode this morning. I've been recording my podcast on Anchor. You guys know that. Yesterday, I actually went on a rant. Oh my gosh, I know I never go on a rant, right? But yesterday I went on a rant. It was only a 2-minute rant, so it wasn't that bad. But it was ranty enough that I decided to actually publish it as an episode instead of just keeping it as a segment on Anchor. And Anchor's one of the ones that I want to talk about. But before we do that, we're going to have to start off with the updates to YouTube. I mean, because we're here, right? So I got to tell you about this pending. It's a pending update. It didn't happen yet. Oh, okay. You just came in. Okay, good. Come to me, Barb. Come to me. Let's talk about YouTube. Now, I've done videos about this feature before. Oh my gosh, yes, rants are very therapeutic, and I felt so much better. And Andrew, thank you for coming. So wait, let me back up even further. I found out about this channel. I believe that I found out about this channel from Roberto Blake. It is the Creator Insider. No S's here, guys. I mean, no S's on the end. Creator Insider. It's a guy named Tom that YouTube hired to help and come in and improve the YouTube UX for us. The UX, you know, the interface. Right? I want my necklace to be in here. Sorry. Oh yeah, anybody want to know about that Smart Lav Plus mic that I'm using. The link will be in the description. Okay, so this guy, and he calls it Tom's Takes, but the official name of the channel is Creator Insider. Make sure you check it out. He gives us the updates on what is going on with all these things that YouTube brought him in to make changes to improve the platform from our creators' point of view. So one of the areas, oh, Barb says she had the same mic since 2015. Rarely use it though. I use it constantly, especially now that I'm on Anchor. I'm using it even more often, but every time I go live on YouTube or from my phone, I always use it. So this guy, Tom, and the team, they looked at some research, and they were looking at something that's called the YouTube editor. Now, I've talked about the editor before when I've shown how you can enhance your videos, such as trimming, cutting out sections of the video. And and what happened was, there's also a section called editor, youtube.com/editor. Now in the editor, you can combine clips, and I've used it several times back when I was using Huzzah a lot. I would record something on Huzzah, which means it was a Facebook Live. I will upload the video to YouTube, and then I will put an intro on it. Now, I got to be honest, and I've even asked you guys here, everybody said they didn't really care about the intros. And I noticed nobody was really watching the intro. It wasn't really long. It wasn't like I was doing anything fancy. I think the longest one was 8 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds. And it was just a little music playing, a little bit of a slideshow with, you know, my website, me, whatever. Doesn't matter. I stopped using it because nobody cared. Even I didn't care. Did have some cool music though. I got that music from Animoto. And so you can use the editor, and I don't want to go too much detail of it because they're getting rid of it. That's the update I want to tell you. You can use the editor to merge two videos together and create a new video, or even more than two. It could be you have an intro, you have an outro, and you can merge them onto your videos. Well, nobody's using it. I mean, there's so many tools that folks can use now to edit videos that way that they have decided that they're going to sunset it. Now, he didn't give us a date or anything like that. And of course, anytime they post updates like that, the community goes wild. I use it every day. I use YouTube a lot, and I know there's people that use it way more than me. But y'all know, I stay up on YouTube. You don't need that thing. You really don't. So that was good to know. Also, for those of you who missed it, I may have mentioned this before. Okay, and Andrew has chimed in and said that the date for them sunsetting the editor is September the 20th. And he said, I think, and you know, I don't know that they actually published the date, but that's probably why Andrew said, I think, because, you know, it's not that important. Like, we've used it before, but ain't nobody in this room going to lose sleep over the YouTube editor. So the thing is, they want to dedicate more resources to the things that we use, which is trimming the videos and, you know, cutting out portions and all that. So we can't complain, because I know I have 2 videos about how to edit YouTube videos. Yes, they published it on the YouTube help page. Okay, thanks, but you ain't got to pop over there to confirm the date. It doesn't matter. Nobody in this room using it anyway. Thank you, Andrew. Love you. So they want to dedicate more resources to the tools that we really use. Okay, so no brainer. All right. So this is why they brought this guy in, Tom, and he's so cool. His videos are really good. So I watched a couple of his other videos as well. and gave him some feedback. They were talking about, in a video about a month and a half ago, he brought in a guy that he already worked for YouTube, but they moved him from wherever he was and put him in place in some other place to work on this concept of, like FameBit type things, like brand deals and all that. And I left some feedback over there, which I'm going to share with y'all. And y'all can steal my idea if you want. It don't matter because it's already written in the YouTube comment. But here's my idea about how to make it easier, or make the process of creators connecting with brands. Now, FameBit is fine, but I know for me, I had a stumbling block on FameBit, because the first thing you have to do, you have to go in there and you have to find a brand that you want to do a video for. And let's face it, you guys know me, I'm not endorsing anything that I don't use, like, and all of that, right? So I'm not just going to go in there and look for some old random Joe tool. Hey, Larry, how you doing? I'm not going to go on FameBit and just look for something. I mean, it could be something not even in my niche. It could be makeup, or, or a productivity tool. And goodness knows I don't use no productivity tools. Who does that? So then once you find the brand that you want to pitch and say, yes, I have your target audience, right? Then you have to write something up to them and say, yes, I have this, and I have 100,000 million subscribers over on Tinder or some obscure. I don't mean that. Y'all know I don't use Tinder. I'm just saying you have to show them why they should come to you, right? So here's my suggestion. And I know y'all gonna all give me some thumbs up on this one, right? Just type in the chat if you think this makes sense. My suggestion is that we could have some kind of a button somewhere on our channel page that the brands could send a request to us to tell us, based on them watching our videos, to tell us what they'd like for us to do. Link to details about what is going away and what is staying on YouTube is pinned at the YouTube product forum. Thank you, Andrew. You can send me that link over on Google Plus, and then I'll make sure I put it in the description of this video. So YouTube would have this list of approved brands, right? And those approved brands, let's face it, they got teams of people. Why can't those teams of people sit there? Oh, I'm in my YouTube church. Yes, hashtag. Why can't those teams of people go through our videos and see, like they could be watching this video right now, and they might say, well, she only has, she's got less than 1,000 views, and but go over to her chat. She's got people coming in when she's like. They need to watch us. They need to invest their time. Instead of us writing a proposal, they should be writing us a proposal. That's my idea. And if somebody out there can make it happen, I just want credit. You can link to IleaneSmith.com. Thank you very much. All right, so another thing that may have slipped by you guys, I did mention it, but I can't remember what platform I mentioned it on. Probably here, though, is the YouTube. Oh, I talked to my patrons about it. Hey, shout out, Tish, Larry, Barb. YouTube is giving you the option to opt into the new layout that they're going to have. And this is for everybody, not just for creators. It's called youtube.com/new. You go over there, you can opt in, you can see what the new layout is going to look like. It's okay. It's okay. It's different. I guess somebody thinks that it's a lot easier or it's a lot more. I don't see that, but it's okay. So if you want to test it out, and you can easily opt in and opt back out of it, because if you don't like it, like I did, you go back to your profile and to the little cogwheel, click on the cogwheel, a menu comes down, and you just click go back to the regular YouTube. And, you know, eventually they're going to roll some of the things out, and I guess this is what they're trying to test. You know, they come up with these grandiose ideas, thanks Larry, about what it's going to look like, but then when they see people actually interacting with it, and so they want to, of course, get as many people in there using it. So one of the things that I didn't like, and there was a whole list of them, but one that I can think of off the top of my head was when you go to grab the embed code for a video, you didn't get a choice of what size you wanted to embed. They just gave you one option, and there was no way to change it. So I was like, well, that's dumb. Why would they do that? So easy enough for them to fix that, but I was just, based on that alone, I was like, nope, I'm going back to the old one. And then all my tools didn't work. Like TubeBuddy wasn't working. You know, so I was like, well, if TubeBuddy's not going to work, see ya. YouTube knew. By the time TubeBuddy is up to date, and maybe it's working now, because that was about 2 months ago when I tried it, or a month and a half ago. So anyway, if you guys are interested, go over and check out youtube.com/new. And Larry has posted the link, because Larry's a moderator, so he can post links here. One more quick thing. When you're on the YouTube homepage only, on the YouTube homepage, and I don't know that they're testing this. I think this is rolled out to everybody. This is on desktop only. When you hover over a video, the video starts to animate. You can see like a little glyph, like a little snippet of the animation. So we always stress thumbnails, and our thumbnails have to be this, 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 and that. But if your thumbnail doesn't represent that video, that person can easily hover only from the home page. I haven't seen it on any other pages, only the home page, not the subscription, but the home page. Anyway, when they hover, they can literally see, like right now, let's just say it was this video, and you would see me going like this. And then, you know, they can make a better decision. YouTube without TubeBuddy is like peanut butter without jelly. Hey, man, high five, Andrew. So, yeah, check that one out, because nobody's talking about this little hover thing. YouTube hasn't made an announcement about this little hover thing. I posted it over in the Facebook group, and I think a couple folks said that, oh yeah, Pat, she's not here right now, but my friend Pat said she'd noticed it before, but just recently. So they kind of rolled that out, like when we were asleep one night, you know, we woke up like, what? You're right, I can see the video moving when I hover over the video. Yeah, girl. I'm like, what? When I first saw it, I thought, how did this person figure out how to change their thumbnail? You can upload GIFs for thumbnails. That was the first thought that came to my mind. And then I moved my mouse, and I'm like, oh, they're all doing it. And then Larry Snow's video just so happened to be there. Not the one he posted this week about the social alerts, but it was the prior one about the LinkedIn embed. And check that video out if you want to, you know, if you're a LinkedIn person. And really quickly, don't want to leave the real topic of agenda, but supposedly LinkedIn has rolled out something about video. Yay. Okay. Don't worry, only the 500 people have it. So by the time we all get it, I'll have a tutorial for you, but that's not going to be for a while. The audio thing never even rolled out, so don't hold your breath. All right, so next we're going to go in order of if someone was watching this replay. I'm going to think about my replay viewers. Hey, Jen Adventures TV. Hi, honey. How you doing? Jen has a super duper fun channel. Please don't do a parody of me, Jen. Just kidding. You can parody me all you want. Jen does some of the funniest parodies. But you know what, Jen? If you do a parody of me, you and I look so similar that people probably won't even think you're doing a parody. They'll be like, what's Ileane doing over on Jen's channel? So, okay, so if you're a replay viewer, you wanted to hear Ileane parody hashtag, my hashtagologist, that's Tish Rosales, the other moderator here. She just gave me a new hashtag Ileane parody. Thank you. Okay, so if you're a replay viewer, you watched, you heard about YouTube, and if I think about anything else about YouTube, I'll throw it in as we go along. But the next thing I know that you replay viewer would be interested in is Instagram updates. Okay, so this is not new to me, but you know, depends on how often you use Instagram. You know, Instagram Live, you know, when it first came out, it was just like ephemeral. You did your live and that was it. You didn't see it anymore. Nobody else could see it. Of course, I found a sneaky workaround to record them onto your desktop computer, but that meant that you really literally had to be home near your desktop computer. But if you want to know how to do that, I'll add the link to the card over here for you to go and see how to do that. So then the next evolution was that they let you download your Instagram Live at the end of your video. You were able to download it. Now, with that download, didn't come the hearts or the comments, but you could download it. Okay. So the next iteration is that now those replays will stay. Instead of just having the words live, when people look up at the top and they see all their Instagram stories, they're going to see a ring with a red ring around your story and a play button. And of course, 24 hours. Okay. But if that person wants to, they can reply to your story with a little video. Now, nobody's going to see their reply except you. And you also can reply to Insta stories with a video or a clip of an image. And so that's been out for a couple weeks now. I haven't used the feature myself, but it does sound like a fun way to interact with somebody that you're really palsy with. I think it would be annoying if it's not somebody, you know, if it's just like one of your followers on Instagram, not somebody you know. That would be spammy, in my opinion. But that's because I haven't used it. To me, it had to be somebody that I at least know, somebody who's been to one of my my YouTube lives, or connected with me on Twitter and Facebook, or we've had some snippet of conversation, left me a comment. But just a random Instagram follower, don't be sending me no video. Mick Bonsai, you missed things that was pertaining to YouTube, so you definitely do want to watch the replay. You have been connected with each other to do the messaging and video messaging, correct? You and I are connected, yes, Larry. And you may have done it, but Larry, you messaged me in different places, and I messaged you in different places. I can't say that one of them was Instagram, but if you say so, yeah, I agree. But you know, I talk to you all the time. You like family. Okay, so those are, you know, not the most exciting news about Instagram, but it's still good to know that they're keeping up with the platform, because guess what? The next one is also for the replay viewers. And that's Snapchat, and Snapchat is on Instagram's heels. Now, I don't know in terms of numbers if Snapchat is doing anything or making any real noise, but in terms of features, Snapchat is doing some stuff that Instagram probably wasn't even thinking about doing. And so a couple of these things. Hey, it's Marco Nation. Hi, my dear. How you doing? I think you have been going live a lot lately, and I apologize that I have not had a chance to watch your lives. I know you do a lot of gaming, and but next time I see you, I promise I will stop in there. I did stop in one day last week and said hi in the chat, but I don't think you were paying the chat any attention. I did. I did. I did. Yeah. So now, Snapchat. Snapchat. Now, you're welcome, sweetie. Snapchat lets you add links. I'm going to say that one more time. When you do a snap, one of the things that you can edit your snap with, and this is video or still image, one of the things you can edit with is the little paper clip that is a link. And you don't have to place an ad. You don't have to have a blue check mark. You don't have to be in the elite club. Yes, links in Snapchat. Girl, I done it a couple times. I don't know if anybody clicked on them. But you don't have to be no special person. All you need is a Snapchat account. And you'll see in that menu that you can add a link to your snap. And it's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. I don't really have to do video tutorial on it. I might, because they're coming up with a couple more updates too that I could probably add in. So the next one, oh, actually, these little updates make me start snapping again. I don't snap a heck of a lot. I still do more Instagram stories than I do Snapchat stories. But yes, and Larry posted a link to a TechCrunch article that lists some of these things I'm getting ready to mention. So, but I came back over Snap because for one thing, I wanted to test these features out so I can tell y'all how they work. That's one thing. And the other thing is just, you know, it's just because I can. Just to post a link over there just because I can. You know, Instagram, they kill me with these platforms. Ileane family, hashtag Ileane family. Thank you, Tish. You know, these platforms kill me with only the certain special hyper whatever people can do it. What? YouTube does that too. Y'all know I love YouTube, but YouTube still hasn't reduced the limit for Super Chat. They reduced the limit for people going live. And I kind of agree that you should have at least 100 subscribers. But I think there should be another criteria, like either 100 subscribers or you've been on the platform for 5 years. Something like that. Because some people have been on it for 5 years, but they weren't using their account. But if they knew they had the live feature or the super chat feature, either one, they would come back on. That's my opinion. But I kind of understand a little bit with YouTube, all right? And even with Facebook, especially when you're talking about live video, because you don't want people coming on here ruining your platform with filth. Hey, let's be real. But stuff like, you know, being able to add a link, I mean, come on. Either the link is spammy or it's not. It doesn't matter if you got 50,000 followers. If you post spam links, you post spam links, right? Larry's contribution's priceless. Yes, lucky me. Oh, thanks, Barb. Your contributions are priceless too, Barb. Thank you. Okay, so the next thing besides the links, and Snapchat is proving that, okay? I have not heard any horror stories that somebody clicked on a link in Snapchat and their computer got infected, right? So, and you know that would have been on the news if it would have happened. And because this feature's been out, I think 2 weeks. Because Carlos Gill was the one who broke the news over on the Social Media Examiner show, the one that we missed this week, which is why I'm filling in with this news. Okay, so then voice filters, that's really cute. Now, we kind of had voice filters before on Snapchat, but they were random. Like, you would put up a lens and you wouldn't know which voice filter was going to be active because based on the lens. But these voice filters are permanent. There's one that's like a dog. There's one that's like a cat. There's one that sounds like a computer. You're supposed to sound like a robotic kind of. And then that's one that sounds like an alien. So those are fun to play with as well. Now they have multiple 10-second snaps. Multiple 10-second snaps. So, and you can do up to I'll say 6 because I heard somebody say it was a minute. So what that means is you have a minute's worth of material. Instead of you tapping on the button and then you got to reposition yourself and then tap on the button again, you can tap the button and it'll take them, it'll still break them down into 10 seconds. But if you want, you can delete one, like maybe that was the one when you bent over or you had to sneeze, and you can move them around. And so you could kind of shuffle them into the order that you want, and that could be really creative and really fun as well. And they also introduce color filters. So if I wanted this green of the shirt to pop and I wanted to make it a greener green, greenier green, I would use the color filters. Now, I thought they were kind of rudimentary. I watched someone's video. I didn't try that one myself. I watched someone's video, and I would give that person a shout out, but I can't remember who they were. It wasn't my boy Aaron. Usually Aaron from Break the Internet, or Aaron FPS. He usually breaks all the Snapchat features out on a video. And if he did one, I missed it. I happened to see someone else's. And so now, for those of you who are still here, who are just as excited and thrilled about the platform that I've been using for the audio and you guys have been using for the audio, like Barb has come over there. Barb, I'm waiting for you to record something. I know you posted something, but that was a pre-recorded. I'm waiting to hear your voice on there. And Larry, I'm waiting to hear your voice on there too. Or hear it more often. I call him as I see him. Larry Snow, grateful for the connection I am. You Yoda woman. What do they call it? Yoda Eenies? Come on, guys. I want y'all to record something. And Tish, get yourself over there to Anchor, and you're going to have fun. You are going to... Antoinette, who was here last week, she is so... Gotta go. All right, honey. Keep streaming. Barb grateful. Hashtag Barb grateful. Yes, Tish, I know. Sometimes you just get busy. But Antoinette is like, she just hit the ground running. She's like, she's posting every day. She's like, she is killing it over there on Anchor, connecting with people, leaving replies and everything, call-ins. So let me tell y'all about the updates, because last week when I showed y'all the platform, I covered every nook and cranny except one, and I actually sent Larry the screenshot. And that is that when you're listening to anchors, you have the option to speed up what you're listening to. So, because I know sometimes I talk slow, not today, but sometimes I might get on Anchor and be like, this is Ileane, and you can go in there and you can make it fast or faster. So they don't say whether it's double speed or it's just fast or faster. And you'll, after a while, you'll, like, I put it on fast once and I forgot. I was planning to go live today, Miss Ileane. I'm getting scattered with all the action around here. Oh, okay. I'm over on Anchor. I'm looking for the full ship. I'm over Anchor. I'm looking for the full ship. Come on, Larry. You know what, Larry? If you even shared your security tips about how people can make their Facebook account secure, their Twitter account secure, and over there on Anchor, people would eat that up. They would eat that up. And for any of my folks that are visually impaired, and I know the young lady's not here today, but there's a couple folks that come on here that are visually impaired. I have met, in the last week, I have met 5 visually impaired people on Anchor. And they love the platform. So it's got a lot of accessibility for visually impaired. So with that, I'll tell you the next update. Okay, because that's one thing that I didn't cover, was that you can change the speed of how fast people are talking. So now, other than that, I covered everything from soup to nuts on that. There's Barb. Barb, yay. Anchor for the visually impaired. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Barb. Thanks. Barb is here. The other Barb is here, guys. And Barbara KB. She doesn't go by Barb on her handle. Now, she probably lets people call her Barb, but you know what I mean. Like our Barb T USA. I meant Anchor app is great. I know you meant Anchor app is great, Tish, but you need to come up with a hashtag for that. But Barbara KB is different than Barb T USA. Okay, so the new thing, because I gave you all the news. I gave you news from YouTube. I gave you news from Snapchat. I gave you news from Instagram. Now I'm giving you news from Anchor, is that they added a discussion feature. So, okay, people that are like, oh, I don't know what to say, you can get on there and just do text. So now tell me you can't come over there, Tish, to do that. Sign up for your account. Go to my segments. Go to Barbara KB's segments. Go to Barb T's segment, because she posted one. And just comment. You'll see the little comment box. You know, it's like a little circle with the little, looks like a chat symbol. Comments. Just like in YouTube. Very easy. That's right. Yes. Tish, girl, you'll love that. And then that way, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. You don't have to come up with any ideas. Even people that posting music from, you know, you can connect, as I told you guys last week, you can connect Spotify, or if you have Apple Music on your iPhone, you can connect that and it'll play the music from Spotify. You can comment on that. And I know y'all can find some over there that somebody's playing some music that y'all like. Because most of the users over there, well, I shouldn't say most of the folks that I follow, they intersperse music in between whatever it is they're saying for the most part. Or sometimes they just play a little bit of a concert. Oh my God, there's a guy over there. I wanted to tell y'all, he's amazing. His name is Jesse. And I think that's all you got to do is look for Jesse. Jesse plays the guitar, and he also has a musically gifted family. I put that on last night. I never had to skip nothing. I was like, I was at a concert. I'm pointing over there because I was laying across the bed. My bed is over there. I'm in the bedroom. I didn't have to tell y'all that. TMI. But anyway, his music is so good. I literally felt like I was in a front row seat of a concert. And he's amazing. The fact that he even takes the time to post that music on Anchor, that is really, it's a gift. It's a treasure. And it reminded me of the guys I used to follow on Periscope. Ike and Luke Fontaine, brothers. And now, you know, I guess they're touring, or they don't even use Periscope anymore. They have a Facebook page. They have SoundCloud. They haven't posted anything on there. But I was so smart that back when they were doing that Periscope thing, and that was when Periscope wasn't even letting you keep it up on the website and all that, I recorded it the same way I show you guys how to record your Instagram stories. I connected my phone to my computer and I recorded those periscopes of them, and they both play the guitar. Luke plays the bass and Ike sings and plays they both sing, but Ike is the truth here. So anyway, this guy on Anchor's name is Jesse. Please check him out, especially if you like guitar music. And he calls it samba, I believe, but it's almost jazzy and it's just therapeutic. So no matter what kind of music you like him, because he's good. He's very good. So there's one more update from Anchor. But I think I'll take a pause for a station break to see if anybody has any questions or any feedback so far. How's everybody hanging in there? I had to take a sip, and I didn't want to show labels, you know what I'm saying, of what I'm sipping. But yeah, y'all know it's not alcohol. No questions. Okay. Okay, good. Everybody's doing good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Pretty good. You? Okay, great, 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 great. So the last thing about Anchor. When you come to the Anchor, it's called your homepage. They have what's called a carousel. And it literally goes around, or you can swipe around, and you're just listening to your melodious voice. Thank you, Andrew. There will be your profile and, your segments that you've posted. And it's almost like turning the dial. Okay, and maybe that's what they're trying to emulate with this carousel. And then it'll be somebody else that you follow. And then someone else that you follow. So you can just click on that person's profile. And if, you may scroll past like, oh, I already listened to this person's segment, or I'm really looking for somebody to see what they had to say today. And at the end of all the people that you follow that have published segments in that 24-hour period, you would see recommended or featured. I can't remember what they call them, but you would see some stations that they were kind of like, yeah, you probably want to listen to this. It was never anything I ever wanted to listen to. I never clicked on any of them. I don't know, and I guess that's just, I like to have things my way, and I'm not in Burger King or anything, but have it your way, and I want to follow and listen to the people I want to listen to. When I feel like searching, I know how to hit a search bar. It's a little thing that looks like a microscope or whatever. Or monocle. I don't know what you call that thing. It's a little icon just for search. So I'm not the only one, apparently, because guess what? They got rid of that. There's no more recommendations there. No more recommendations on Anchor. You see the people that you follow, and that's it. At the end, when you get around that dial, I'm going that way, but it really goes this way, but it doesn't matter because you're seeing everything in reverse. As you're swiping, and you see Barb, and then you see Barbara, and then you see Avi, and then you see Brian, Fanzo, and then you see Larry. One day you'll see Larry, and then you see Tish, and then at the end you'll be like, oh, maybe I should search for someone new now. I'm not sure. It's a magnifying glass. Yes, thank you. Oh, gosh. So that's the updates for Anchor. And I think the really huge one there is the discussion, because it's like layering. It's like layering that, first you could post audio clips. Then it became more interactive. People could call into your station. You can add audio to your background or not. We've had that conversation. That's the latest episode of my podcast, by the way. Most of us early adopters follow each other, leaving no room for promos on Carousel. Hashtag Ileane Melodious. Thanks to Andrew for the hashtag idea. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Tish. That's right. And Barb, I don't know if you heard my little rant yesterday, but since I did it on the podcast, I'm going to spare y'all because I'm not in a ranty mood today anyway. But I gave my boy Brian Fanzo a big shout out because I love the way he just embraced the platform, and he just like when he saw that discussion feature. And this is also very good for the folks that I hate to use the word lurker, but, folks that never post, but they're on the platform and they're listening. And, like I said, I got to come up with a better word to use than lurker. If anybody can help me come up with a better word, whatever word you give me, I will use that word henceforth, now and forever. Because I hate that word lurker. But in any event, observers. Observers. Ding, 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 ding. What's the 411 TV? I'm writing it down. Observers. Okay. You have people that observe. They're observers. And non-vocal participants. That was a good one, but you were too late. If text comments fall in public search for Google, it will help in findability. Yes, but the only thing with that, Barb, is remember, the segments go away after 24 hours. So Google's not going to act that fast. Yeah, but you were right too, Andrew. I forgot what you said, Andrew. Darn it. But anyway, Ruth beat you to the punch. I'm sorry. She's just a quicker typer, probably because hers had less characters, observers. And it gives everybody the opportunity to chime in. Because even like a lot of times I'm at work, right? I'm sitting there, I'm doing my work thing, and I am literally working. Seriously, I'm really working. But I'm listening to my anchors. But I got people that are like, I'm in a cubby. I don't have an office. I have a cubby. I've shown it to you guys before. If you haven't seen it, I'll do a tour on Monday on Insta Stories. And there's people that, like, I can hear everything they're saying. They can hear everything I'm saying. And sometimes I just say, what the heck? I don't care what they hear. I'm going on there and say, you're listening to Miss Ileane speak. And I know they probably say, what is wrong with this chick? But that's okay, because they're observers. And I'm a doer. I thought we had an option to save the 5-minute clips to one full episode in our archives. Barb, you can, but the comments won't be there. You can save to create an episode. Yes, you can. But those comments are not going to be on that episode, because that episode is going to iTunes. And iTunes is not going to carry your comments. Yeah, because this is the problem with podcasting. And this is why Anchor is so thorough. Because, I shouldn't say this is the problem. This is one of the challenges. Listen, call in, share to station, echoes, comments, applause, and listens, all part of Anchor engagement for me. Listen to all of it. I knew. Barbara, one thing, when I'm on my phone, you got to break them up into 2 separate comments, only because the phone only gives you a certain amount of time to see the comment, and then it disappears. So I would love for you to post that again, and you could just copy and paste, because you can see it, because you're on desktop or whatever. You can grab it. I can't. So if you could post that again, because I really love to hear your feedback, because, you've been on the platform. You didn't leave like the rest of us. The rest of us were like Anchor 1.0. We were like, it's okay. I got something else to do. I'll do Snapchat. And then when they said you can podcast really quickly, I was like, wait, what? I can do what? Let me go back over there. And when I got there and I saw the call-ins, that really got me, because this is one of the challenges of podcasting. And I mentioned it last week, but I'll say it again because some folks weren't here, and why not? I like saying it. Is that, if I wanted someone to interact with me, engage with me from my iTunes podcast, I had to give them my contact information. I had to give them a phone number, which means I probably want to pay for a service. I'm going over to Anchor before the weekend is over. Okay, what's the 411 TV? Please, please, please come over there. We're having a ball. And I would have to use SpeakPipe. And mind you, I do have SpeakPipe. And mind you, yes, I pay for SpeakPipe. That's speakpipe.com/Ileane. Or if you don't want to use the SpeakPipe, you can just go to ileanesmith.com/contact. You'll see a contact link on my website. You'll see the contact link over on my Basic Block Tips website. But anyway, it goes to my SpeakPipe. All right. So that's the only way you can get audio. Then you have to download that audio to get it to be part of your podcast. Then upload it into your file that you're making your podcast with, and say, oh yes, last week Barb TUSA called in and she had this to say. Now that means for you, it's going to take you a whole week until you even hear my response, unless I email you, or if I have your email address, right? But this call-in thing on Anchor is amazing, because you can get almost real time call-in and feedback. And I can publish your call in right then and there. And then if I want to make it part of an episode, I will. But even now with the text, it's as close to real time as you're going to get. Because remember, your segment can't be more than 5 minutes. So once you've recorded that segment, you can immediately start getting comments. It may take somebody a little bit longer to call in. Red Rock TV, what's up, girl? Tweeted me out. High five. Thank you, sweetie. Get on over to Anchor. Red Rocket TV, child, you know Anchor will be right up your alley. Okay, so like I said, it's not. Oh, yes. What's your name, sweetie? Red Rocket TV, because I know who you are, but the Red Rocket TV doesn't stick in my brain, but your name will. Like I know what's a 411 TV is Ruth. Took me a long time because I think I was calling her Dolores or something like that. Will you stay on Anchor FM when they start charging? It depends on how much they charge. You know me, girl. Cricket. Yes. All right. It depends on how much they charge, Larry. Because right now I'm already paying for 2 podcasting platforms. I'm paying for Spreaker because I just started paying for Spreaker to facilitate my patrons and Patreon, because you can actually go live from FB Creator Academy. Okay, great. Cricket. I'm writing that down too. I'm paying for Spreaker because if I knew Anchor was going to come out with that, I wouldn't have paid for Spreaker, because I could have just went with the free plan. But it's okay. I thought that they were going to be freemium, so part will always be free. I don't know, Barb. Somebody asked about the business model the other day, and they kind of flim-flammed and didn't answer correctly. So, and that made me a little nervous because, you know, I've been down that road before. But I will say that I'm sure that they have investors, not an investor. They have investors that are keeping them afloat right now. The other thing is, because the bandwidth is much smaller, so probably a lot of their expenses is really going towards salary and development and all that, versus the bandwidth and the storage of all those video files, because you don't have to store video, you only have to store audio, and everybody only gets 5 minutes and it goes away. Not saying that it's not backed up on the server somewhere, but gee whiz, you know what I mean? It's in comparison to a video, like one video file could probably compare to like 500 users on Anchor with the audio that they're only doing, you know, most people don't even go the whole 5 minutes. Miss Ileane, I'm so happy to see you become an Anchor convert. And yes, we'll pay somehow, either through ads or through a broadcaster pay model. I got to be honest with you, when the ads come, that's probably when I'll leave. Because I'm not for no ads. I pay YouTube, so I don't have to have ads. Who else want me to pay to not have ads? I will. So I don't watch TV. Can you download your Anchor audio? Yes, there's a trick. And I thought you were here, Larry, last week when I showed you how to do it from the website using the view source code. But I will be perfectly happy to go over it with you. And Cricket says, yep, she hates ads too. Because, Larry, you and I are due for a session. So if you want, I can show you exactly how to do it. Because, you know, that's how I posted yesterday. Oh, no, this morning. I took my podcast from Anchor, stripped off some things that I didn't want on there, being the ads, and uploaded it to Spreaker. So, oh yeah, I didn't finish earlier. I'm paying for Spreaker and I'm paying for Libsyn because I still have the old podcast. I'm not going to let that go. It's still there. A lot of the content is outdated, but it's still there. And it's on the website. It's on the IleaneSmith.com website. So I don't want to get rid of it. You know, I guess at some point I'll put up with ads on a free product, but I won't pay to see them. Oh, right. I'm not going to pay and then still see ads. Oh, that's another thing that I don't want to cover too much, but I will give you guys a little tease that there's a rumor, and I don't know any details because first of all it's a rumor, that Facebook wants to start charging. They want to have some kind of a membership. Can you upload audio to Anchor? Yes. What's the 411 TV? I thought you were here last week. I showed how to do that. They have a web clipper and you can upload 5-minute segments. Yes, honey. Yes. Get your interviews, chop them up into 5-minute segments. And actually you can do it. Oh, and Larry asked about this too, about editing those clips. I figured out how to do the editing. I was doing something wrong. It was user error on my behalf. And I think I kind of said that to you guys. I was like, I didn't think it was a problem with the platform. I said it didn't work for me because it was user error. I was doing it wrong. So I figured out how to do it right. And if you listen to my episodes yesterday or my segments yesterday, I uploaded a bunch of stuff from YouTube. Just little things like, for example, I was talking about Brian Fanzo and I was giving him some compliments, right? And then at the end, I went over to YouTube and found Muhammad Ali saying, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And of course, he said a whole lot more than that because the whole poem is about George Foreman and all this old stuff. And I was like, oh, I forgot all that part was in there. I just went and cut out just so it says float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I think that's still up there. And uploaded that right to my thing. Facebook charging the masses will cause mass exodus. They will charge for no ads and selective algorithms, I think. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get into it, Barb, because when it's a rumor like that, that don't even sound like something Facebook will do. I got to be honest with you. Like, first of all, they know out of those 2 billion people, Anchor.fm clip is not a great interface, so hard to use for new users. Yes. Think freemium. That model is working. Yes. That was Barbara and Barb. Of those 2 billion users on Facebook, there's probably only 150,000 of them that are willing to pay money. Facebook already has a selective algorithm. So, no, I shouldn't say willing. Out of 2 billion, hey, Yankees Outdoor Adventure, don't forget the E at the end is ILE, ANE, ILE, ANE. Somebody got to tell Avi that he keeps spelling my name wrong too. Anywho, out of 2 billion people, only 1 billion of them can afford to pay $10 a month. We talking $10 a month. Wait, time to go. Bye, sweetie. Thanks for allowing me to comment, Miss Ileane. Oh, Barb, honey, anytime. Barbara, anytime. Right, Ruth, but the selective algorithm is in their favor. If we pay, it would be in our favor. I got to tell you, right off the top of my head, I'm going to say I'm not going to pay to stay on Facebook. I will pay for YouTube. But I just don't think they would do. I'm like Larry. I wouldn't count on that, Barb. Like I said, guys, honestly, everybody who's in this room right now has disposable income. Can I just blame it on my Android autocorrect? Yes, you can. I'll pay for Ileane to stay on. Well, they have Super Chat here, Tish, so don't even try it. Okay, but just the concept that so many people that are on Facebook, literally because it's free, they're on those Android phones. They don't even have a computer. That's why. I know, Tish, I was just kidding you. That's why they are so many users, because these are people that they're happy to have a phone. They don't even have internet at home. They're not going to pay $10 or whatever their translation of their that funding is. Oh, hashtag Ileane Fund, yay. And so that's why I say I didn't really want to get in that conversation, even though I've been talking about it for 10 minutes. I can't see that. I much rather try to speculate about Anchor and what Anchor may do, and you only use a phone. Okay, yeah, because you're outdoors too, right? But it's not, and some people just don't even have a computer by choice. But I'm talking about not the people that don't have a computer by choice, the people that just don't have a computer. I'm so right. She says I'm right. Thank you, Ruth. There are more people on Facebook from India than in the U.S. Not just, and that's right, India and those other smaller countries over there. And that, Pakistan is the first one that comes to mind, because I know from work we have a huge audience from Pakistan. And even though, the whole thing is in English and all that, we're an international company, but still. And I know on my Facebook page that I have a huge audience from India and Pakistan, so. And not saying that those are countries where you can't afford it. There's a large percentage of YouTubers that do not use anything other than their phone device as well. There is, and one of the things that I would love to know from YouTube, going back to the YouTube conversation, and since Yankees wasn't here, and also Cricket, there is a channel that I want y'all to subscribe to called Creator Insiders, and other countries just using India as an example because of the large population. That's right, I know, right, that's right. Ruth, it's called Creator Insider, and this is for Cricket and for Yankees Outdoor Adventures. Make sure y'all follow that channel. Nick's new channel, no. This is a guy named Tom who actually works for YouTube, and it's called Creator Insider. And I'm going to make sure I put that link in there. Oh, okay, Larry posted the link. Great. Check it out, because they were just talking about some of the different features, like the YouTube editor going away, and YouTube new, and something else that just left my mind really quickly. But I left a comment for him about something that one of you guys just mentioned. So anyway, it'll come back to me. And with the phone, oh, I know what it was about the phone. Because this guy Tom is asking for feedback from people, and you got it, hit the bell, great. So one of the feedback that I gave him, because I asked the folks at TubeBuddy, and I also asked the guy from Morning Fame. That's the other tool that I talked about one time. I didn't talk to the guys at vidIQ because I really don't talk to them. I use vidIQ as well, but I talk to them, but it's mostly about my account, not about YouTube. But one of the things that I want to know, and I don't know why YouTube doesn't have this breakdown, and so I gave the suggestion to Tom. I want to know if my subscribers, and I think we can all benefit from this, if my subscribers are coming from mobile or desktop. I'm going to say that one more time. Are your subscribers coming from mobile, or are they coming from desktop? And here's why this is important. Because, I talked not too long ago about the YouTube thumbnails, the importance of YouTube thumbnails. Of course, I talk about it. Owen talks about it. Tim Schmoyer, Nick, Daryl, I almost couldn't think of his name. Roberto, Sonny, Lenarduzzi, Amy Schmittauer, and that's all the YouTube gurus I'm going to give you right now. We all talk about thumbnails. Brian G. Johnson. Thank you, Mick Bonsai. How could I forget Brian? Brian G. Johnson. I'm going to say his name twice because I should have said his name first. Brian G. Johnson, because he's got the awesome thumbnails. Even though Nick's thumbnails is banging too, but Brian's thumbnails is off the chains as well. So anyway, we talk about having that setup of the layout of your channel, right? With the playlist and making sure they are horizontal instead of vertical, which doesn't mean anything with the new layout, because in the new layout they're vertical anyway. But anyway, we talk about how important that is to have that banner, and have this and that and the other, and have the layout, and none of that makes a difference on mobile. Because seriously, even though people can see your banner on mobile, of course we know that our banners have to have this weird layout, because the way it will get everything on the edges gets cut off on mobile, right? So everything's got to be completely in the center. But your playlist, you don't even really see the thumbnails on mobile. None of that about the layout, whether it's horizontal or vertical, none of that matters. And, we all are preaching that, this is really important. Now, for somebody like me, I know that most of the people that watch me are on desktop, except Yankees. I still get by and watch your videos when I can. I think you're talking about me, Cricket, but I'm not 100% sure. You might be talking about Mick. I think you were talking about Mick because, the bonsai, if y'all want to know about how to plant bonsais, make bonsais in the house, make sure y'all hit those 3 little dots and subscribe to each other's channels, right? So, and you also don't get to read an entire title on mobile. And when you're looking through, say, suggested videos, thumbnails and first letters, and you can't type long things. I can't read it all. Yes, Mr. Bonsai, I'm not a speed reader. Plus, I was trying to verbalize it for everybody, so I'm trying to read it out. I usually get on my iPad mini, which I'm on now. Okay, you probably can see more. Red Rocket, I have subbed to your channel. Yes, good. So glad you guys are connecting. But to me, it's important, and I don't know why YouTube is not giving us this information. Because like I said, I know that most of my watching is being done on desktop. Now, that percentage is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But my channel is not typical. Typically, most people watch on mobile. And, the big channels, most of their desktop views are only like 10%, 14%. YouTube Church is so fun. Hashtag YouTube Church. Hashtag Ileane YouTube Church. Thank you, Tish. So it's important because every YouTube channel is not the same. And it's nice to make generalizations. Everybody's watching on mobile. No, not on my channel. And maybe because a lot of my tutorials are about doing things on the desktop. Cricket, yes, I have an official hashtagologist. Please meet my friend Tish Rosales. Tish, meet Cricket. So, I want to know if I should waste my time without text and a picture of the person. I'd have no idea what the video is about and who's in it. And you guys are saying nice to meet you. Right, but now I'm extending that past the thumbnail, because remember, if somebody's on they're saying that most of the subscriptions come from your homepage, not your videos. Tish has got the hashtag game down to a science. Yes, she does. That's why she's my hashtagologist. Yes. Most people have a mixologist, like a bartender. I don't need that. I got a hashtagologist. So the information is conflicting. And it's okay. It's okay. We're going to work it out. We're going to figure it all out, guys. And we all know that we always have to look at our own stats and not pay attention to the generalizations, right? Because even though, like Yankees, he's outdoors, so all his stuff is being done on a mobile device. But that doesn't mean that he's got a large mobile audience. Because a lot of people want to plan their outdoor adventure, and they may want to plan it on desktop because they got the whole family sitting around and they can all gather around the TV and Chromecast it and say, should we go here? Should we do this? Should we, look for the, what was that plant that you were showing the other day? Not bamboo, it was the reeds. Right? True. So everybody's got to look at their own stats. And, listen to the generalizations, listen to the gurus, but look at your stats and try to tweak and adjust accordingly. And that's why I don't get so bent out of shape about, I like to have my thumbnails, of course. I want them to look nice, and I want you guys to at least try to make your thumbnails look enticing. But remember, I just told you, and Cricket and Yankees, y'all missed this. When you're on the YouTube homepage, and Yankees, you won't see this because it's not on mobile, but on the homepage now, when you hover over someone's thumbnail, there is a little bit of motion of action of the actual video showing. So to me, that diminishes the importance of thumbnails. And I honestly think that this is YouTube's penalizing people who are uploading their podcasts. Because, you know, Libsyn now has on publish right directly to YouTube. This conversation came up on Anchor. And somebody asked about, I see so many people uploading their podcasts to YouTube. I take what some of the so-called gurus' advice with a grain of salt. Yes, except me, right? Good thing I'm not a guru. They actually covered this as a Creators Day I attended in London. Was there all day. Do you know what portion of the video will play so I can make it more enticing? No. YouTube. Okay. Yes, Ruth. Thank you. Tell us more about the Creators thing that you attended. Yankees. No, because YouTube hasn't even mentioned it. I just happened to notice it, and then I confirmed it with my friends. Nobody else is talking. I haven't seen none of the gurus mentioning it. And I'm not saying it bad because I love all those people that I mentioned earlier. I mean, really, they are all cool as I don't know what, all right? And they've all helped me. Hashtag Ileane Social Guru. They have all helped me tremendously, and I wouldn't be anywhere today without their tutelage, okay? You know, so I would never made to 5,000 subscribers. We've all heard the gurus mention it now, right? But this little hover thing, nobody's talking about it, and because YouTube hasn't even said that it was a feature. And, you know, if you're always making videos and you don't watch other people's videos, you haven't even been to the YouTube homepage, so you haven't even seen this little feature that I'm talking about. Okay? So some people, you know, have not noticed yet, and it's okay. But getting back to what I was saying, at Creators Day, they said it's to ensure relevancy. Okay, that's right. But I don't know why they haven't done it on every page. I only see it on the home page that you see this little hover. And I don't know if it's going by, like, for example, I'll tell you what happened. When I hovered over Larry's video, I actually saw his animated intro play. So I never saw Larry. So I don't know if they said, okay, here's some action that happened, so we'll show that. Or if they said after 35 seconds, we'll start showing that. Or, you know, I have no idea. When I look at mine, of course, you just see me going like that. And it was a bad hair day, so you didn't even see that. So, you know, I have no idea what that's based on. But let me get back to what I was saying about the podcasters. With the podcasters, they are only having a still image. So when you hover over their video thumbnail, all you see is that little, very barely transparent play button. Because remember, on the homepage, everything is super duper small. Everybody's thumbnails, there's like, I don't know, 30, 40 thumbnails there. And so all you can see is like it wants to play something, but there's nothing there to play. So it's penalizing those people, believe me. If you're looking on that homepage and you're like, what should I watch? You know, I see 18 different ideas here. Let me just hover, and you see me going like this, and you see Larry's flash, and you see, you're definitely not going to click on, right? Because it's just a static image, right? So, and you know, I don't think that the podcasters using the on publish on Libsyn, I don't have any statistics, and I haven't heard anybody talking about the statistics. And I listen to Rob Walsh and Elsie Escobar religiously on the feed, and Rob goes over statistics at least once a month, and he never has even mentioned the YouTube. I just checked it out on the homepage and the thumbnails. When you hover over the thumbnail, it plays and reverts back to the thumbnail, just as they told us today. Okay, so you just went to the spot today. You didn't mention that earlier, Ruth. You said you went. I thought you might have went like 6 months ago, honey. I didn't know you went today. Can you say that again, please? You just went there today. Okay, gotta go. Great chatting with her. Bye, Larry. Thank you so very much. We're getting ready to wrap things up. And yeah, so I encourage everybody to check their statistics. Be advised that YouTube editor is going away. I don't think anybody's going to care about that. You can also check out the new version of the YouTube layout by going to youtube.com/new. There's been some updates with Snapchat. If you ever had a Snapchat, you may want to go over there and check out the new updates. Or if you're active on Snapchat, test out that links feature, because now everybody, all users can add links. Please come back to me with some feedback about if anybody's clicking on your link. And the new coloring filters and the voice filters where you can sound like a cat or a dog. And then the Instagram stuff, we're all using that. Everybody on Instagram, right? Who's not on Instagram? And last but not least, Anchor, 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 Anchor. Come on over to Anchor. Have some fun with us. We have the discussions thing going over there now. So you don't even have to post audio. You can just come over there and chat away. How's that? You really can't beat that. Oh man, I am all over Instagram, not Snapchat. We'll get on Anchor. Okay, you're all over Instagram. Right, Instagram. I've talked about, oh, watch this, Cricket, watch it. In the beginning, I talked about both platforms. So I'm not sure which one you're saying that you like the best, but I talked about the updates for both. So, with that, my fine, fair friends, I like that. I got to write that down too. My fine, fair friends. I really appreciate you guys for spending some of your Saturday afternoon hanging with your girl, Miss Ileane. And I'll be back next weekend. But just a really quick reminder, Red Rocket TV with the new hover over thumbnails. Yours looks awesome under the new system. Gotta go. Okay, talk to you later with Ileane with the E. You're welcome, Ileane. Very nice to hang out with you. Bye, 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 bye. See you guys over. But one favor I'm going to ask you before you go. I posted another video, a 2-minute video about Instagram. Please go over there, comment, or give it a thumbs up, or do something, or share it. Okay? I really appreciate you for that. And with that said, bye-bye. See you next weekend for sure. Take care. Have a great day.